Hey everyone, Joe here. In today's video, we talk about the two huge mistakes we made on our very first cruise, and one of them, I promise you've never heard of. Let's get into it. My family and I travel a lot, and by a lot, I mean my 7-year-old has visited 11 countries and 49 states, and she remembers most of them somehow. We started when she was 3 or 4, and we've just been traveling ever since. Sometimes we do international, sometimes we do domestic. Today we're in Seward, Alaska, and so we get around quite a bit. And we just went on our first cruise, and the reason we booked a cruise was because we were going to be joined with some other family that needed a little bit of extra help getting around, but we wanted to enjoy them and spend time with them and then still be able to get out and have some fun. And so a cruise made a lot of sense for us. Typically, we're much more independent travelers. We'd rather fly to a third world country and rent an Airbnb or drive a camper van through Ireland or something like that. A cruise hasn't really been something that's been on our radar outside of making it easier for some of the members of our family to join us and get around. So we booked our first cruise, and overall, I'm just going to share with you guys, I really loved it. I don't know that it's exactly for us, but we were on Enchantment of the Seas, a Royal Caribbean ship, and the service and level of the detail on that ship honestly blew me away. Now I know it's like one of the older ships in the fleet, and I know that there's bigger ships and more fun ships and things like that, but just the thing that made that whole cruise for us was just the service, how friendly and professional everyone was, how clean it was, and we just had a great time. We really can't complain about it at all. So I wanted to share the two big mistakes that we made on our first cruise. The first one, not very obvious. The first one, you guys already know what it is. Super obvious. We were just dum-dums. So I'm going to share with you the one that you probably haven't heard. When you get on the cruise ship, put your plane into airplane mode. I have AT&T, I've had them for a long time, and AT&T just said LTE. We left the port of Tampa, and I just thought my phone was still connecting to mainland Florida. I didn't realize that there was an AT&T cell tower on the cruise ship that would automatically tell AT&T to charge me the cruise ship package rate on the ship. And I had my phone silent mode left in the room, and so I was barely using it, and then it goes into do not disturb mode based on what time of day it is, because I don't want texts at like 9 o'clock at night, right? So I woke up the next morning to a couple of texts from AT&T. One said, hey, just so you know, we just charged you $50 because you're on a cruise. Hey, just so you know, we just charged you $100 because you're on a cruise, and we're suspending your service until you get this figured out because your account isn't authorized to have an extra $100 on there, or whatever the text was. So I would highly recommend putting your phone into airplane mode so that it doesn't connect to the cruise ship cell phone tower, regardless of who your cell carrier is. You have the option on the ship to book internet through the Wi-Fi on the boat, and we ended up not doing that until the last day because we had to arrange some extra travel, and it's expensive. It's fine. It's not particularly fast or slow. It's through Starlink, and the experience with that was fine. It's just more than we really wanted to pay, and I didn't turn my phone on or touch it for probably 3 days straight. I really needed that. So if you need that, don't pay the internet package. So the second big mistake we made on our cruise was not booking the all-inclusive drink package. Now hear me out. We don't drink that much. We drink, a few drinks a day, and we thought, well, hey, if we're not going to book this drink package that, between shore days and being on the ship, we have an $800 budget for drinks then. That sounds great. So my second drink on the ship, I got a double Jameson and ginger, all right? And when you buy things directly on the ship for cash, they do an 18% auto gratuity. And so that drink was a few cents shy of $30. I was expecting it to be maybe like $12 or $13, not 30. And so my very next purchase was to get the drink package, because the idea of spending $30 per drink every day was just absurd. 3 drinks would have brought us up to what the all-inclusive drink package equaled out to per day. And so not getting the drink package might be obvious to you, but if you're gonna drink more than 3 drinks a day, just get it, because it totally makes sense. And we had a great time. It's very easy. You just take your room key and they scan it in. They have a picture when they scan it in to make sure that you is you. And that's it. And it's very fun, it's very simple. If I just have my room key and I'm with my wife, who's also in the room, I can order a drink for her and a drink for me, and they can look it up, see her picture on the computer and be like, yep, that's her, and give us the drink package. All right, everyone, thanks for tuning in. Today we talked about the two huge mistakes that we made on a cruise.